Hey y'all, welcome back. We're going to be talking about beauty in this video. And beauty is a very, very powerful transformational force that changes the way that you interact with the world around you and the way that it interacts with you. So, knowing, seeing, feeling, and loving beauty is the foundational element that distinguishes a run of the mill guy from a man with an undeniable attraction to the women that he encounters. A man can come in any shape and size, with any type of blemish or disfigurement, and be irresistible to women by merely being captured by the grace of beauty. Beauty humbles you because it's more powerful than anything you could ever know. It fills you with all the things you believe you are lacking with inside yourself: confidence, allure, passion, magnetism. It gives you an energy that is readily seen by all. Being in sync with beauty makes you in sync with women. So, what is beauty? Nietzsche said that at the core of beauty is gratitude. Before we get into gratitude, it's important for me to acknowledge that I understand this world can be really, really tough at times. There's a lot of ugliness out there. Oftentimes, it has a way of overwhelming all your senses. It can strip you dry. Sometimes gives you the sensation that there's all these people that we see on Instagram and TikTok that have something more than we do. It makes us turn inward, becoming jealous, spiteful, and mean. It leaves us in a state of scarcity where we're powerless and frightened. Gratitude is the answer to all of it. It's the willful determination to slow down, become curious, position ourselves in the present, and observe. I had an experience where I saw beauty in the most unexpected spot. I was at an intersection in my car, and I look over the side, and there's this concrete barrier that they have on the sides of roads sometimes with all these scuff marks. And being a fan of abstract art, I looked over and I was like, oh my God, that's artwork right there. And I never would have noticed it if I hadn't practiced gratitude, if I hadn't slowed down, if I hadn't become observant. I would never have seen that beauty that stood before me there. Gratitude lets us see things that we've never bothered to notice, but have always been there. It's a connecting force, and it asks nothing in return apart from your attention. With gratitude, we begin to see the world through the illusion of ugliness, and the world starts to show its endless array of beauty to us. Gratitude is honoring and showing our appreciation for the world around us. It's a deliberate charge that we send out to the universe that is returned to us with more force than was sent out. It's almost like charging a battery, where the battery takes about a half an hour to fully charge, and once it's charged, it ends up giving us energy for the rest of the day. It's a way of relating to the world instead of just walking through it. It makes life meaningful. You don't have to have a home in Malibu or $1 million to have gratitude. Simply identify the things you care about in life. even if they're seemingly small. Gratitude is for loved ones, friends, family, food on your table, your health, a place to sleep, the nice weather outside. Start from these things and see how you feel afterwards. A man's heart becomes full when he fills it with gratitude. And gratitude is at the center of beauty, and beauty is all around us. Focusing on beauty and away from cynicism starts to fill your cup, brings you a sense of abundance that is noticeable and distinct. Will start to melt away your impulses for self-constructed outcomes, immediacy, expectations, and self-doubt. All of the things that strangle us when we're trying to connect with women. There's no hurry to find a diamond in the rough anymore because there are suddenly diamonds everywhere. There's no letdown when you get rejected because there are opportunities to connect everywhere. All of a sudden you start to see how much you limited yourself to an all focusing on one type of girl, because all women now have the capability of filling you with the energy source you've deprived yourself of all along. And that's right, all women. And this is not to say that there aren't women out there who are mean or hurt, nasty or jaded. Sure there are, just as there are many men out there who are as well. But even the women that come off that way, I question, have they ever been given the opportunity to be beautiful? Life has a funny way of turning us cold, because our minds are designed to protect ourselves. Sometimes cruelty is this defense. But while we may build grand fortress walls around ourselves for protection, isn't there a child deep inside all of us that has the same basic needs? To be loved, to be adored, and watched over? I believe so. So, every woman I pass, I look deep inside for their beauty, regardless of age, weight, looks. I look inside and express my gratitude. Thank you for carrying the energy that I've loved my entire life. It is because of you that I have passion and experience the deep wonders of the world. I may never see you again, but I thank you and honor you. This is all said with my unspoken energy, and it is heard. Wise man once said, "A man who loves all women will be loved by women." Once you start viewing the world and the women of it with a lens of beauty, you become transformed. You begin to develop a mystique around you. Your energy is now cast widely. And because you treat all women with adoration and curiosity, the moment a woman enters your periphery who is overtly attractive to you, you find your engagement with her to be wholly natural, calm, and composed, no different than any interaction you had that night. And conversely, if you engage with a woman with an undesirable attitude, it's a breeze to walk away. Because again, it's all around you. The opportunities are boundless. As men of the ego mind, It is easy to fall victim to the disorder of oneism. This disorder is also prevalent in perfectionists. Oneism is a narrowing of your criteria on what makes a woman attractive. People with oneism generally see the world in black and white and pit a small population of ego-selected women against the majority of all women remaining. They place these remaining women in the unattractive category automatically without ever exploring the reasoning. The reason they do this is because they haven't made the connection within themselves to actually learn what they are attracted to in the first place. They reject women for superficial reasons because their criteria is superficial, based on what other people think is attractive, what pop culture defines as attractive, or what they think will impress their friends. These are also the men who complain about most women rejecting them often, or who speak cruelly against women that don't give them what they want. Their heart turns cold because they've been shut down or rejected in the past. They then reciprocate with rejecting most women and wonder why they never make progress. Perfectionism and oneism are constructs of the ego. A limited, walled-off mindset that is at odds with the natural flow of the universe. It's like standing in a raging river and commanding it to change the directions of its current. There's a little secret that not many talk about. It is that you can find a woman whom you may not be visually attracted to at first, but who is completely pure of heart, and all of a sudden, you're madly in love with her. Your ego won't know what to do with it. It will not make any sense, yet the power is unmistakable. The illusion that you subscribed to for all of these years will all of a sudden part in front of you. And you will fall in love with beauty and yourself. You've moved past your limiting biases, your ego, and opened your heart to the universe and its limitless invitations. What a gift to give yourself. There's nothing noble about the man inwardly, stiffly waiting in the corner, scrupulously analyzing over every woman that walks by with a checklist of all the blemishes and flaws that dictates whether he might harness the balls he has left to take action and approach. More noble and joyous is the man who enters the room with his energy boundless and open to any spark of beauty that he passes his way. His eyes connect with every woman, whether she's a 5 or a 10 or even a 1. And he embraces the warmth of their presence. He is at ease with himself because he is not judging himself, nor the women that he passes. He simply watches for signs of invitation, nothing more and nothing less. A man who sees the world through a lens of beauty will know attraction. But there's more to finding natural ease with women that is beyond basic attraction. Walking in the path of beauty opens a man up, releases expectation, and provides abundance. But there is a language one must learn if they want to take the dance deeper. And this is the language of frequency in the next video.